Hello guys, this is Rohan and today I wanted to show you a quick video, just some tips on how to improve your comprehension on Excel functions. I have gotten quite a bit of feedback that it's difficult to understand what the Excel functions are doing, when should you use a particular Excel function, and I wanted to throw a couple of tips that will help you to sort of teach yourself in a sense, because there are so many Excel functions that it would take forever to sit and discuss all of them and then to know which ones to apply. So here are a couple of tips. The first one is at the end of each chapter it actually has a list of key terms, and for each key term it actually states, if it's an Excel function, it writes it in this format where there's an equal sign, there's a name of the function, and then it has the parentheses, which essentially is expecting that the arguments are going to be inputted there, and then Excel will do a complicated calculation and spit out some result. So this is the chapter 8 result, key terms. At the end of chapter 7, this was the list. You had other functions here, and some of the functions can be pretty simple, some of them can be more involved. So prior to doing the questions, you absolutely have to ensure that you understand what these functions are doing, or you're going to end up not being able to apply them, because clearly these are going to be needed to solve the problems at the end of the chapter. So prior to doing the questions for that particular chapter, you want to make sure you understand what the functions are doing. Here's a quick tip. If you wanted to know what a function does or remind yourself how it works, if you start typing the name of the function, then Excel will show you a list of similar functions, and we wanted to go to try this one, start an open bracket. Excel then tells you how must these arguments be presented, what's the sequence, which one is being presented. And if when you see this, it isn't enough of a hint to tell you what X is, what the degree of freedom is. If you look on the function now, it's underlined and it sometimes is in blue. It means that's an hyperlink. If you click on it, it takes you to a window that describes what the function does, and if you need to use it, then you want to invest the time to learn what it is. So it goes through and it tells you what the arguments are, a description of the arguments, and it gives you some remarks, some common errors, some stuff that you may run into, and it gives you some general remarks. It also gives you a couple of values, and you can actually experiment to see that you're getting it correct. So this is just one specific function, but it works the same way for all the functions in terms of getting to what it does, using Excel to help you with that. Now, if you're using another version of Excel, it's going to give you the same functionality. For instance, if you were using one that's Windows based, you might end up with, when you click on the hyperlink, you will end up with a window that looks like this, that has the same type of explanation. So that part of it is going to be pretty much the same. So the essence of what you want to make sure you're doing is understanding what the functions are at the end of the chapter, know which ones are function and they're listed like this, and then spending the time to understand what these functions do. And oftentimes with some of the problems, it specifically says using this function, do this. So that's going to be a little bit of a hint. Alright, I'm hoping this helps, and this is Rohan. Thank you for watching.